Welcome to Cutler Bay. I'm Mayor Peggy Bell. I want to show you why we are a great place to live, work, and play.
When it comes to our town is absolutely magnificent. Everything is like top notch. So people want to move here. When you have that many people, when you have 47,000, I believe, people living, they need services. They need drugstores to go to, markets to shop in, restaurants to eat in, and hotels.
We've seen a whole bunch of new businesses open up in Old Cutler, which we absolutely love. There's a new bakery, which is one of my favorites.
Dulce Vida.
Dulce Vida. So yeah, we've really seen it grow. We've been, I guess, almost shocked at how quickly it happened. In 6 years, they've done a lot.
And I always view my job as a politician in our town is as a salesman, because I want to sell this town to people. I want businesses to come here, because one of the things that we need desperately is places for people to work. The traffic that we hear about so often is because everybody lives here and works up north. If we had more places for people to work here, it would make it a lot easier. But that's the price you pay for having a booming, exciting town, and that's what Cutler Bay is right now.
In 2014-2015, the Planning and Zoning Department reviewed and approved 17 development projects. One of the largest ones was the El Dorado Plaza, which is being developed at the corner of US 1 and Marlin Road. The El Dorado project will be creating 210 jobs. The Town of Cutler Bay, the Planning and Zoning Department created a web GIS interface that allows residents to go online. They're able to type in their address or click on their parcel on a map, and they're able to retrieve all the information they need about their property.
We're here for the community, and the main goal of building a code compliance division is to simplify the process for the residents.
It's a community that the possibilities are endless because there's so much still to come from this community, and I wanted to be a part of that. If you're looking to get involved in that type of atmosphere, you follow the leaders. El Dorado already did it, Olive Garden did it. They've done the homework for you. They're investing in Cutler Bay. Chances are you probably should follow.
It's wonderful. And now I'm hearing from businesses that when they come to our town, they're really being treated so well, and they're able to get their permits through in a much more efficient way than they've had in other cities in the county.
One of the main goals of the Finance Department is to provide financial accountability and transparency. The town had no significant deficiencies in internal controls, which demonstrates that the town is providing adequate supervision of the town's resources. We provide periodic reports on the website that detail our check expenditures during the month, as well as quarterly budget versus actual reports. And our budget documents are maintained on the town website. We also provide copies at the local library, and they're available to residents and other interested parties if they would like a hard copy or a CD copy to just come here at Town Hall, and we'd gladly give that to them. We do have a policy that was recently adopted to make sure that we set aside a minimum of 17% of our following year's expenditures as reserves, but the town currently has roughly 100%. So the residents can take comfort in the fact that our budget document and our audit documents are meeting very high levels of standards and quality, and are easy to read and understand, and we're very proud of that.
The main reason that we wanted to incorporate our area was for better police service, which has been a really wonderful thing for our residents and provided them now with a very safe community.
We were down 9% this year over last in residential burglaries. Over the last 10 years, since the inception of the town, we've brought our crime rate down every year, year after year. There's been a slow progression down, and we hope to maintain that going forward. In order to make our crime rates go down year after year, we take a look at what's occurring in our community. We put our patrol officers in those areas that are experiencing a spike in crime, and then we go in afterwards with our neighborhood resource unit and teach the residents how to better secure their homes. Our neighborhood resource unit is a key factor here in the town of Cutler Bay. The community is our biggest partner. When they understand how to better protect themselves and can build those bridges with us, it's a great backup officer for us. 45,000 backup officers.
As your mayor, I take my job very seriously, and I'm honored to serve the residents and hardworking business owners of Cutler Bay. When the police come to us and they ask for equipment that is needed, we respond immediately because we want our police to have every opportunity to fight the bad guys. And that, I believe, has resulted in a police force that is extremely dedicated and happy to be in Cutler Bay. Transportation has become so much better. Old Cutler Road was a $8 million project, largely done without local taxes from residents.
Shortly after we got here, they started Old Cutler in itself, as it looks completely different from between 216th Street and 87th Avenue. I mean, they've really fixed it up, and I like jogging through there too.
And now we are working on Caribbean Boulevard, just about finished. And people are also amazed. It's a major artery going through our town. It welcomes people into the town.
Two of the projects that we have done, which we're very proud of, is the Old Cutler Road Joint Participation Agreement Project and the Caribbean Boulevard Joint Participation Agreement Project. These are two projects which are complete street projects. We have won multiple awards, industry awards.
The circulator bus enables 3,000 residents right now, and it's growing. It also provides Wi-Fi service, and the affordability, you just can't get any better because it's only 25 cents for the average rider. It's free for our seniors who have a golden passport, and it's only 10 cents for students. I believe that good schools make good communities. So even though we do not have control over the school district, we have a wonderful partnership with the school district. A few years ago, we heard from our residents they wanted a local high school. So we had additional funds that we had saved, and we used $3 million to help the school district create a new local high school, which has been our shining star.
I found where my children could really go to school. Great schools, great community. The town of Cutler Bay is just so much promising for everybody, and they also have a lot of opportunities for you to grow within here.
It's been a really, really good partnership. It has provided the community with a better opportunity for their schools. We believe that being good partners and offering what we can to make our schools the very best they can be has been very important. As our schools improve, and they have already, I think that it attracts more residents, better businesses, and overall makes us a very desirable place to live. We must continue our economic and residential growth while protecting our abundant wetlands and Biscayne Bay.
Well, Cutler Bay is a very green city. We care about the environment a lot, and we've done that through a variety of programs. Smaller things that I don't think people realize, and they're not flashy and showy things, but they're vitally important. We have a flood mitigation plan. It's very important because we're on a point ranking system. And we currently are at a number 6, and a number 6 gives us a 20% discount on your insurance premiums. And that's for both residential and business. And by doing a couple of more things on the list, we get a little bit more points. We drop down to a 5. We're almost there, and that will give us a 25% discount on everybody's. And so 1/4 off of your flood insurance is millions for the town.
We actually have guidelines that will protect the environment. There are lot coverage requirements that prohibit developers from building concrete on the entire lot. They do have to keep some green areas and create pedestrian walkways and green space.
We have successfully planted over 2,500 native trees throughout the entire town. Since 2009, we've been designated a Tree City USA, and since 2012, we've won consecutive growth awards for this project.
Well, the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center is a gem in our community, and it's a $50 million complex right here in our town, where our neighbors, our friends, our family, and people from various communities around can come and enjoy the arts and not have to drive all the way downtown. The 5th season is getting ready to open up, and they have from the Nutcracker to Seraphic Fire. They have All Kids Together, which brings disabled kids and able-bodied kids together to do activities. They have jazz. Eric Fliss and his staff have done a remarkable job in programming the center, and I'm really looking forward to this 5th season.
The park is now working on the 5th floor of the Cutler Bay Center. And they're going to renovate it and have some senior classes up there, and we're hoping to have a place where you can drop in, have a cup of coffee, see what's going on, and join in some activity perhaps, or say, oh, I want to go and see Fairchild, they're having a special thing.
As families grow, we know they need good parks and opportunities for family fun.
Well, I have a 5-year-old daughter, let me say that first, and she is a connoisseur of our town's parks and our playgrounds. So one of her favorite parks to go to is the Lakes by the Bay Park, which is one of our newer ones, and it's got all sorts of amenities. We've got playground, of course, we've got softball or baseball field, soccer, there's nature trails there, and there's a lot more coming as well.
I come to the park every day. It's always some activity going on. Either people are practicing or sports. It's very well lit, it's open, it's clean. There is activity going on up until 9 o'clock. People are either playing some kind of sport or exercising, and people are friendly. They're always saying hello, hi, and it's a very nice atmosphere.
I think one of the important things about our town's parks is that they allow us to balance the natural beauty of this part of South Florida with a place where people can gather, play, you can host events. You don't have to have one or the other. You can combine the two. You can allow for migratory birds to have somewhere to spend the time as they pass through. You can allow for native species of plants to blossom and not have exotic trees or run-of-the-mill plants that you can find anywhere taking over the landscape.
You can see how green and clean it is.
Yeah.
The parks and the entrance.
And everything's very well maintained. Everything is very well taken care of. I mean, we have this park. There's a lot of clubs that come here. They do soccer, football. There's a lot of activities always going around. Always. There's always something going around here in the community.
We have close to 12 to 15 special events per year. We actually went from 12 to now next year we're going to have 15. It seems like a lot, but the community basically, it's a want in the community, and it's a great way to get the community together. We had a new event this year that we implemented. It was called Splash by the Bay. It was at our pool, and basically we wanted to showcase all of the renovations that we did. And we're in the process of getting a new pool. It's going to be a few years, but we didn't want to neglect this pool. So with these renovations, it was a good way to open it up the doors and let them know and show them what we have and what we're doing. We have a chili cook-off that we do every year, which is the biggest one. We usually have about over 3,000 people that attend. We have a Rib Fest, which we have about 2,000 people that attend. So overall, we have 12 to 15 events that bring in about 10,000 plus people. They're all free. There's plenty of things to do for the children, for the family. It's just a very good way to get the community involved and to kind of have togetherness. So.
We moved here for the children. We were starting having our family, and we feel like we were like a little part of heaven in Cutler Bay. And the most important thing is that here you can share your culture with other people.
We kind of always refer to our community. It's funny, but we always tell everybody like we kind of live in paradise. It's kind of like that hidden little place that nobody knows about, but people are starting to come into, because we just have it. We feel like we have everything so close by, and we don't have to go through any traffic to get to any place, and It's just kind of nice if you want to walk somewhere, you can, because you have all these walking trails as well. You can go down Old Cutler, go to the library. I mean, we just have so many things nearby that.
Black Point Marina.
Yes, it's just wonderful. It really is.
In the town of Cutler Bay Parks, we offer summer camp, an 8-week summer camp, 125 children. So it's more of like a selective camp, you know, I mean, it's first come, first serve, but as good as we are with it and as much fun as the kids have, we have a waiting list. I mean, that feels good to know that people care and want to come to our camp.
The best thing I can do is hear from the residents and hear what they think and get that feedback back to the council so that we can make good decisions based on what the citizens and residents want. And really, you know, a lot of the gratitude really does go, and the credit to our manager, previous manager, and current manager, and the great employees that we have. We started in 2006 with 32 employees. We still have 32 employees, yet the city has grown, the town I should say, we have grown by 40% in 10 years, which is a lot more people.
You know, we're not your typical government. You know, we have 32 employees, and we pride ourselves in being very responsive. If you go around the office, they'll hear my motto, you see it, I see it, why do we still see it? I feel that we have a responsibility to our residents to make sure to keep those type of calls down. I want to make sure that nobody calls me about a pothole that we already fixed it, or a street sign that's damaged, or a light that's not working. So we have a very fast-paced, unique type of municipality. We instill the customer service, and the responsiveness is very, very key important to me as town manager. Any given day, a resident can just call or actually come into town hall. Even though we're 45,000 residents, you know, strong and growing, we treat it like it's small town USA. I want to still keep that type of flavor where folks can just sit there, hey, does the manager have a minute coming into town hall, and or a phone call. It's literally a phone call to the receptionist, to me, and then we will look at and talk about what the issue is. Sometimes they just want to say, thank you for doing such a great job, and those are the type of calls that make my day.
These are nice neighborhoods. These are safe neighborhoods. They're quiet. They have trees. People, their family plays. The kids walk to school, and that's a nice, safe neighborhood if kids can walk to school.
Well, I've lived in the town more than 30 years, and I've always been very involved. I work 7 days a week. I don't do this part-time. This is a full-time commitment to me. I'm a resident. I want the area to look better. I want our town to be the shining example for the entire state. I am honored to be the mayor of Cutler Bay, and it's a place that I've raised my family and will continue to raise, hopefully, grandchildren someday. And it's been a great joy in the past several years, and I just see more exciting things on the horizon for us. You can see our mission to be an excellent place to live, work, and play is well underway. Our commitment to be a responsive, respectful, innovative, and cost-effective government is what we dedicate ourselves to every day.